Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of South Fargo. The YWCA shelter along South University is being evacuated. City buses have been pulling up throughout the evening. We learned from a Department of Human Services spokesperson that there's been one and maybe more individuals who have COVID-19. And now we're hearing from the scene that it may be several cases. We can tell you that the people are being taken to a safe, undisclosed location, and we're told that they will be tested for coronavirus as a precaution. Also, the facility, once evacuated, will be cleaned. We were told about an hour ago that a written statement would be sent out, and when we receive that, and if there's any new information, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. Some good news tonight for graduating seniors. Fargo and West Fargo Public Schools announcing that they'll be having in-person graduation ceremonies. There's just one catch. No one is allowed to attend. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie talked with graduating seniors from Cheyenne High School and has reaction.
I just got home and I saw my mom and she was crying and I was like, oh, could you just get the message about no seniors or no parents?
Just this morning, my mom called my dad and they're pretty bent out of shape, and I felt bad for them.
The news came as a shock for many families like Monterey Knutson's and Jonah Stevenson's. They'll get to walk across the stage to get their diplomas at Cheyenne High School, but not in front of the ones that mean the most.
Graduation, it's for the kids, but it's also for the parents. And I think that's the big part of graduation is like your family, like being there to watch you get your diploma and watch you like feel like you finished and like achieved.
They're there cheering you on afterwards, and you can see their face full of pride and stuff. I'm sure I'll probably miss out on that, I'm guessing.
Still, Knutson and Stevenson say they'll take this over a virtual ceremony. Classmate and friend Jordan Burkhart eager to agree. She'll be giving a speech on the big day.
I'm glad that I get to see all the students and staff, but they're not the only people that were a part of getting to where we are now. This is still something that's special that we get to have that a lot of schools don't get to.
Both Fargo and West Fargo will live stream the ceremonies for families, and photographers will be there to capture the moments they're missing.
I'm so happy with how our school district is doing it, just being able to be together at least one more time.
This graduating class of nearly 300 has a motto. They believe they could, so they did. That's the way these seniors are finishing out their high school years with an unforgettable ending. In West Fargo, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
Information about the graduation ceremonies will be sent to families from the school administrators. We have more information about the decision on our Valley News Live app. North Dakota has released guidelines for larger venues reopening. They include capping larger venues at 50% of their normal capacity, but also capping them at no more than 250 people in a room. The guidelines also call for the standard social distancing and hygiene policies that most other industries are called to follow, a wider implementation from before.
We are in a position as a state right now to take on a little more risk relative to the virus, because by taking on some risk, we know that we have proven that we've got the capacity to deploy both testing and contact tracing to help us arrest the spread if we do have an outbreak somewhere in the state.
The governor underscored that these are only recommendations, and he summarizes them as managing risk in a smart way.
Market forces, again, I think will help guide whether you're a small, very small bar or restaurant, or whether the largest venues in the state, will help guide them in terms of making sure that their customers and potential customers and visitors or concert goers or people that might be going to an outdoor baseball game, that they're also feeling safe and comfortable.
The governor says that these guidelines were shaped by industry leaders. After speaking out, a North Dakota family says they'll now be able to see their dying father at a Sioux Falls hospital. Earlier, we reported that Tom Heimbuch, his family, was barred from seeing him. On March 30th, he had heart surgery, but his family, who lives in Oaks, say that his condition started going downhill. He was moved between facilities and eventually was placed on a ventilator. They say the hospital never told him he has COVID-19.
We're all connected, I mean, everybody needs somebody, and to just be in there with no nobody that you know and no moral support. And, it's tough.
Select Medical, the company that owns the hospital that the individual is in, originally told us that they are currently under a no visitor policy due to the pandemic. But the family says that they can visit him twice a week for 2 hours. 2 more deaths have been reported in North Dakota linked to the coronavirus. A man in his 40s from Grand Forks County and a man in his 90s from Cass County. Both are said to have underlying medical conditions. Now that brings the state's death toll to 42. 35 have died because of the virus, 4 died with the virus, and 3 deaths are still pending an official cause. Cass County has surpassed the 1,000 case mark with an additional 43 cases reported today. Overall, the state has seen 1,761 total positive cases, with 1,071 of those listed as recovered. 35 patients are currently in the hospital. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Department of Health is reporting an increase of more than 800 positive cases. The total case count is now 14,240. 683 people have died, 20 more than the day before. 554 of the deaths happened in a nursing home or assisted living facility, and 9,503 people are listed as recovered. Moorhead Police want to hear from you if you have any information on a missing 13-year-old girl. She's Paige Renke, and police say that she disappeared in the Monday night or Tuesday morning. She's 5 feet 4 inches tall with brown hair and brown eyes. If you know anything, call Dispatch Center 701-451-7660. Minnesota has a new Supreme Court justice. Today, Governor Tim Walz appointing Judge Gordon Moore to the state Supreme Court. Moore has more than 30 years of legal experience.
Judge Moore's record of public service is impressive, and his commitment to our state is unparalleled.
Thank you. He will serve as an associate justice for now. Moore will fill the vacancy left by Justice David Lillehaug when he retires in July. Parents, listen up. Your kids no longer have to be cooped up inside. West Fargo playgrounds have reopened to the public today. Valley News Team's Alexander Kay caught up with families enjoying reopening day and tells you what it means to them.
No more empty swings at Rivers Bend Playground. It's one of the many West Fargo playgrounds that's opened back up to the public. And opening day was met with many smiling faces.
It's open, so now we get to go play again.
Kimberly Kalkhurst says her kids were asking about the playgrounds. And today she was able to make their summer dreams a reality while keeping them safe.
Carrying around hand sanitizer for our hands. As soon as they're done playing in the playground, we're going to clean off their hands. As soon as they get home, we're going to wash their hands. And then if my children have any kind of fever or if they're sick at all, then I won't take them out.
The Rickenbergs drove from their apartment near downtown and say it's been challenging being cooped up.
It means a lot to get outside and enjoy the nature and the weather and just be out in the sun.
Reopening day was met with plenty of sunshine, and with warmer days around the corner, many families have been wondering what summer will look like.
With the playgrounds opening, this is making us feel better about the fact that we can still have some sense of normalcy and being able to get out and have activities to look forward to.
West Fargo Parks leaders say they ask for the public's help in making sure that now that the playgrounds have opened, they can stay that way.
We do ask that people abide by personal responsibility. If you're making the choice to be active in our playgrounds, remember to wash your hands before you come, bring sanitizer before you get onto the equipment, and use it when you're done. Wear a mask, and if you have any symptoms at all of being sick, please stay home.
Edish says they do not have any plans to sanitize the playgrounds currently, but adds that it may be considered if necessary. In West Fargo, Alexandra Kay, Valley News Live.
West Fargo Veterans Memorial Swimming Pool is set to open on May 29th. Edish says that date may change. They're working to make sure that they're able to follow all CDC and state health guidelines.
What a way to close out the work week today. Just gorgeous conditions, and that wind's taking a little bit of a break as well. Heading into our Friday evening, it is 56 degrees. The wind only 5 miles per hour, and Moorhead sitting at 57. Still near 60 in Wahpeton in Fergus Falls as well. 54 for Thief River Falls, and it's in the 40s for Baudette, Bemidji, and Langdon at this hour. High temperatures this afternoon soared to 70 degrees in Wheaton, then a pair of 68s in Grand Forks and Fargo. Carrington, you had 66, and Waskish in the low 60s as well. A few clouds and some green on the radar near Sisseton. A few sprinkles spreading through portions of South Dakota today. It's really intermittent across the state tonight. More heavy showers to the south in Nebraska, and heavier still are the thunderstorms rumbling through central Texas, now moving off to the east where the weather remains severe. For us, no severe weather, but changes during the overnight hours for our southern counties. I'm talking south of Interstate 94. We'll see increasing clouds. There'll be a chance for some sprinkles first thing in the morning, mainly along the South Dakota border. Now, north of Interstate 94, we wake up and it's going to be sunny and pristine. Temperatures climb out of those 40s in the morning and quickly will rise to the 60s up north. Notice a canopy of clouds will start to work its way northward towards Highway 200. And we'll have a chance of sprinkles anywhere under these clouds, mainly south of Interstate 94. Nothing too heavy as we go through the first half of the day. However, later in the day, a little more energy in the atmosphere, soaking showers through portions of southern Minnesota and along the state boundary. We'll have more winds there, but only around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour in the south. While up north, we will be basking in near 70-degree weather. So Saturday, beautiful, and a continuation of today's weather up north. Down south, we're going to limit temperatures to the 50s down there. And in Fargo, once we get into the late evening, there'll be a chance or an increased chance for some showers for us. So I cannot rule them out anywhere, say, from the mid-afternoon on, but they should be quite light. Fargo, sunrise, 5:50. Temperatures rising out of the 40s. We're cloudy for most of the day. We may see a few peaks of sun, however, here and there. If we're going to have showers, say from around the 4 p.m. hour and on, there'll be a slight chance of some light sprinkles here as temperatures will stay in the low 60s for much of the evening. Near 70 up north along Highway 2, points north also in that same boat. 62 degrees in Detroit Lakes. Once you get south of there, toward Interstate 94, a better chance of showers there and points south. And rainfall amounts, by the way, along the South Dakota border could be a few tenths. We're talking about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3 or 4 tenths of an inch of rain for a few of you in the far south. How about Sunday, you say? A little more of the same, but this system vacates toward the Twin Cities, and the conditions will improve greatly and vastly by the afternoon hours for everyone. Still, the warmer weather up north. Here's a look at, well, a photo shared today. Mandy said it was beautiful to get out and spray with the light winds in the Wahpeton area. A gorgeous day indeed. 70 for Fargo on Sunday, so improving conditions then. And we get windy but warm next week. 73 on Monday, the 80s for the mid portion of the week with a chance for some late week thunder showers. Mike?
I got to tell you, I think the weekend overall looks pretty good.
I think it looks fantastic out there. The clouds and the showers mainly along the South Dakota border. Most of the area will enjoy beautiful conditions.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for the good news. Up next, new Google location data reveals where people have been going more and less during the pandemic. Plus, we check on areas of the country with COVID cases that are still on the rise.